Hey guys, Ross Hardy from the Hardy team at Remax Marketing Specialists, back on track with the November Hernando County market update. And there's some really interesting market data. I think we're going to see these trends continue into the new year for the most part. So let's dive right into it, take a look, and I'll explain what we're seeing here. So the first one we look at is the active listings. How many homes are for sale in Hernando County? This number is 734 at the end of November. That is a jump from 616 back in October. That's actually a jump of about 18%. So we're really seeing that inventory increase very, very rapidly. And that's following national trends. Tampa and Miami just posted double-digit increases for the first time this year. So keep an eye on this, because as this inventory starts to increase, one, it helps buyers because there's more choice, but it's also likely to lead to a softening of the prices as well, particularly in tow with the number of homes sold. So that number was 178 for November, down from 226 in October. So that's down 22% month on month. It's down 30% over the last 2 months. So a substantial drop off in the buyer demand. Not surprising when the rates were just over 8%, but these two working against each other is what leads to softening of prices and price reductions, falling home prices. However, for November, the home sale price, the average sales price in Hernando County was just under 341, which is up from 329. You might ask yourself, how can that be? But remember that the sold data is on about a 45, 60-day delay. And we know that 3 months ago was the only month where we saw the pending data increase. So more homes were going under contract at that point, and it was before we hit the 8% interest rate. So we'll see this number likely come down over the next couple of months, especially with the data that we're seeing here. Days on market is 29. That is down from 35. Again, this is really because of that 45, 60-day delay. We'll see that number start to go back up, especially as some of this new inventory sits around longer and longer and longer. And then when it closes, that's going to force up the average number. Finally, the list to sell price ratio, 98.1. That's up slightly from 97.4. Anywhere around 97, 98 is always a healthy market number. So not too concerned about that with the range that it's in. So just to kind of frame this out, guys, the buyer demand, the number of homes that went under contract in October, was the lowest on record since National Association of Realtors started tracking this back in 2001. So we're seeing record lows in buyer demand at the same time that we're seeing the highest interest rates that we've seen in quite some time. However, we are getting some relief from that. The interest rates are down almost a full percentage point. We're almost back down under 7. I'd love to see that go to 6.5 to really stir some more buyer demand here as we see those inventory numbers start to increase. Otherwise, we're going to see prices drop off and prices start to fall. Not substantially, I don't think, but somewhat. So what should you do if you're a seller? Price it aggressively. There's much more competition out there at the moment, and there's not as many buyers in the marketplace. If you're a buyer, don't put your search on hold through the holidays. Double down, because the interest rates are down almost a percentage point. There's more choice and there's less competition. So this is a time where you can take advantage of those market conditions and try and find yourself a deal at a slightly lower payment. So all of that to say, it's going to be an interesting market by the end of the year. I'd love to see where December's numbers are going to come in. Super excited to see those. But I do think January is going to start off 2024 with a bang in the real estate market if the interest rates continue to fall the way we've seen them falling. If you want to know how any of this affects you as a home buyer or a home seller, reach out to me or the team. We'd love to talk to you more about it. We're real estate nerds here. But for now, it's time to love where you live. I'm Ross Hardy from the Hardy team.